What's up YouTube, it's your boy Jay Anchor holding it down, giving you a video on how to get waves. Today is the day for me to explain to you on what brushes I use. So starting off right here, this is a no name brand brush, straight from the dollar store near you, straight hard brush. Bristles are a little bit spaced out. This is a good brush for me, especially when I'm in my woofing stages. 2 inches of hair and above, 2.5. This is the brush that I was using when I was starting off. Next up, this brush right here. This is the Annie 2062. Another brush straight from the dollar store. So if you're on a budget trying to get your waves, this hard brush right here is another good brush for your woofing stages. You do not want to use a hard brush when you're at a 1.5 and under, because you will start hurting your scalp. You don't want to do that, do you? Because you're going to start having dead skin all in your hair. You don't want that. You want to have those slick, flick, on fleek waves. A lot of you guys might have walked into your nearest Walmart and saw the Wave Enforcer 355. This brush right here was one of the main ones that had my waves on fleek, especially the size. I call this another medium brush. Some people call it a medium hard brush, but for my hair texture, this is a medium brush. This Wave Enforcer 355. Can't go wrong with this one starting off. Another brush that I got under $5. So those of you that don't have a lot of money trying to, get your waves, you don't need a lot of money starting off. Go get you one of these brushes. Brought to you by another Wave Enforcer pack. The 385. This right here, I call this my method brush, because whether I'm applying my wet rag method, hot towel method, my plastic glove method, this brush right here, this is what holds it down. Alright, so you only gonna be seeing me using this brush every so often throughout the day when I'm doing my daily routine or a night routine, when I'm trying to get that extra push in my hair, applying those extra methods that you don't normally use throughout the day. This brush right here gets it done based off of how the bristles are textured. And right here you see how the bristles are spaced out. They're not too spaced out because you don't want them to be all over the place, but they're also in line right here. They help you with getting slight connections, but this is not my go-to brush for connections. I will explain to you what brush I use for that down the road. But starting off, this brush right here is a good brush for starting off as well. Now those of you in the military, I know you've probably been to your nearest Navy exchange and you've seen one of these hard brushes, the Ace brush right here with the curved handle. Now I call this my deployment brush, because when you're on deployment, you may not always trust the barbers that the Navy gives you in your ship. So you're going to be growing your hair out, alright? And with that, probably growing it out to a 2.5 and up. And you're going to need your hard brush. And this brush right here was holding it down for me through a deployment. So this right here, I don't highly recommend it, but I know everybody's not in the military, but those of you that are, you can start getting your woofing stages on with this brush right here. So this Ace brush, Navy exchange, mini exchange right here. I got this brush for about, it was under $10, so a little bit higher than the Walmart brush, but holding it down with you. Now this brush right here, I know it looks like a crappy brush because it is a crappy brush. This brush was one of the brushes that I started with when I started really brushing my hair-ish. This wasn't the brush I was using for getting waves, but just to have my hair looking nice when I really didn't have a lot of money, this Magic Soft Natural Boar Bristle Brush. Got this straight from a beauty supply store near you. And you can already see that these bristles aren't bristles made for getting waves right here. Like the pattern isn't well. I mean, this brush is old actually. And the reason why I hold on to this brush, don't know if you guys are wondering, so Jay, why you got this brush if this brush didn't give you no wave? So this is not my wave brush. This is a brush to remind me of what not to use when I'm getting my waves. All right, let me let you know that right now. This brush, every time I see this brush, I'm thinking okay, I know where I was and I know where I'm going. So this is why I still have this brush right here. Brings back memories. The Evolve 575. This is another brush straight from your Walmart package store-ish department, hair department, hair care department. Now, I know it's a skinny brush, and I use this brush right here for my crown, nothing else. I don't use this for my sides or anything because it doesn't have a wide enough surface area for my head, because you see I have a big dome already. So this right here is just for my crown. Another video down the road, I'm going to show you how I brush my crown, and I will be using this brush as well as a couple of other brushes I use for working on your crown game. Now, my shower brush right here, shower conditioning brush, the Wave Enforcer 352. Some people call this a hard brush for their head, but for my head, this is a medium brush, not too hard, not too soft. And you can tell that I use this in the shower because you see how the wood is breaking off, because I use this a lot in the shower. So that's what water does for all you guys that knows what H2O does with wood. If you don't, there you go. And I like this brush a lot because it gives me a lot of pull to my hair. When you're applying products and your shampoo and your conditioners, you want to have a brush that's really going to move your hair. You don't want nothing too soft that's just going to just glide in with your hair. You want something that's going to do something to your hair. You want to drive that hair. Boom, boom, boom. Shower brush. Next up, got another, I call this is a medium hard brush that I use right here. And I like the design of this brush and how it looks too. The brown color. Wave Enforcer 544. Another brush that, man, you see I'm supplied with Wave Enforcers. That Wave Enforcer was the brush I was starting off with, because I was on the budget. You ain't seen me run around with all these expensive brushes. But moving right along, this brush right here, this is one of the brushes I use for like when I'm applying my pomades. I want to drive the pomades into my hair, because I have curly hair. I use this brush to drive that pomade into my hair, because you don't want it to just be sit there chilling. You want to be waving in your hair, you know. You want to be waving, you know. You don't want no flats, you want waves like that. Boom, boom. That's what this brush does right here. You won't go wrong with this brush. You may not have seen this brush a lot in other people's videos, but I do my own thing right here. And I've encountered this brush when I was on my little wave journey, trying to figure out what brushes are good for my head. And I came across the Annie 2075 100% bristle brush right here. And I like this brush. This brush does absolutely well for my connections. Because you don't want to just apply pomade, lay your hair down, and have your waves going all over the place. You don't want to have, you know, tidal waves and stuff going on. You want some straight waves. You want some hurricane going on. You want some freaking ocean views going on in your head spinning, bro. You don't want no little, you know, breaking up bristles and breaking up waves going on. You want to cause some destruction when people see your hair. So the Annie 2075 brush, this brush really got my sides on my waves a lot, because I know the sides and the backs are always the hard parts for people's heads. And I was wondering, what brush can I use for that? And it was the Annie 2075. Man, brush right here. This brush, I got this also from Walmart. As you can tell, I shop at Walmart a lot because I'm poor and I like to save money. So yeah. And this is a medium brush for me, so for my connections. Now the soft brush that I use, that could be a medium brush for some other people if they have soft hair. The Diane 8119 is a soft brush for my head, and this is like my follow-up brush for connections. It polishes up, or if I'm applying gel for that shine, I use this brush for giving me that glossiness for my hair. Because you know, just like how those of you that own boots and you shine your boots and you use your cotton swabs you put polish on your cotton swabs and you shine it with that. This is my cotton swab brush right here. This gets the job done for that shiny, you know, when you're going outside in the sun and people are like getting blind by your hair, like, oh man, like this is that brush that gets that done. All right. Now, this brush right here that I'm about to show you, this brush right here changed my whole wave game and how I go about getting my waves. Once I was introduced to this brush, my whole idea on getting waves, my whole methods on getting waves changed right here. And hopefully, if you do not know what this brush is, today is the day for you to get your hands on this wonderful ass CQP Crown Quality product. Order it online. I'm gonna put it in the description on where I got it from. I think this ran me about 25, 30 bucks, but it was worth it. This brush will lay your motherfucking hair down. Alright, you see this? You don't see no brushes like with this curve like this, with this handle, and how it lays on your head like that. It will brush a big surface area of your head, and it will lay your hair down. So I really highly recommend this brush, especially if you're trying to be an elite waver. And last but not least, and it is the king of all kings, and it is the Kingston Grooming Company brush. It comes in this nice little box. And I like to keep this box because it looks nice. And you open up like so. And as you can see, it has a curvy area, just like the CQP, but it just doesn't have a handle. And you can see me brushing with this brush in my uniform, or throughout the day, because also it's just nice. It's just a nice looking brush to have, and it has the curve as well. Like if you get tired of these handles, you ain't got no handles, you can use this brush right here. Fits in the palm of your hand like so. I'll also put in the description where I got this brush as well. This brush works like wonders to your head, and I would highly recommend it for this brush. Alright guys, I talked to you all about all the brushes that I used. 13 brushes. For those of you that were counting, I don't know why you're counting, just look at the brushes. Put your comments down below on what brushes that you use, or if you recommend a different type of brush. I know some of you may be having questions about the royalty brushes, but I haven't gotten into those yet. But in the near future I will, because I heard that they do wonders to your head as well. So catch me in my next video. Like, subscribe to this channel. Jank out. Alright, yes, destruction. So the Annie 2075.